Welcome to The Explainer. I am so incredibly pumped you're joining us today because we're tackling one of the most fundamental, fascinating topics out there, the duality of human connection. We're going to explore exactly how we are so incredibly alike while simultaneously being wonderfully unique. It's this beautiful paradox that defines our everyday lives, and honestly, understanding it can completely change the way we interact with the world. So let's just dive right in. I want you to start by just imagining this, or hey, literally doing it if you're with someone right now. Look at the person next to you. How much are you truly alike? At a passing glance, you'd probably spot the differences instantly, right? Maybe they're taller, maybe they have a completely different hair color, or maybe they're wearing a style of clothing you would literally never pick out for yourself. But if you peel back those top layers, the foundation of who you both are is almost entirely identical. Section 1. Human nature and growth. Step 1, being a young child. Step 2, growing and changing over time. And step 3, becoming a youth. You know, every single one of us is on the exact same mapped out journey. Because we're living creatures, we are governed by an identical universal life cycle. We all start out as a young child. We then grow, adapt, and physically change over time until we blossom into youth and, eventually, adulthood. Regardless of where you were born or what language you speak, you share this identical blueprint of physical growth. You are a living being constantly in motion, and so is everyone else around you. Section 2. How are we alike? We are all humans of similar ages. We share the same physical body parts like a head, hands, and legs. We share facial features, eyes, nose, mouth, and we do similar activities like going to school, learning, and playing together. Just picture a group of students standing together in a schoolyard, side by side with their backpacks on. The baseline similarities are overwhelming. It goes way beyond just biology and straight into our shared experiences. Kids of similar ages just do similar things. They have a deep, ingrained need to learn, and they play together. When you look at the general shape and the daily routines of human beings, that foundation is absolutely a shared one. Which brings us to a very natural question. If we are similar in all this, if our bodies are built the exact same way and our daily needs for learning and playing are identical, how are we different? I mean, why doesn't every playground just look like a uniform grid of identical robots? Section 3. The differences between us. Let's compare our similarities, like all being kids, all needing learning and play, wearing clothes, and sharing a general shape, against our differences. Things like skin color, hair color and style, clothing styles and colors, height and facial shapes. Think of humanity as a giant canvas. On one hand, we have our absolute similarities, the canvas itself. But on the other hand, we have the paint on that canvas. Our differences emerge in the specific color of our skin, the exact style of our hair, our precise height, and the unique shapes of our faces. Even though we all wear clothes, for example, the styles and colors we choose are wildly different. These physical differences are simply unique, colorful variations layered directly on top of our identical blueprints. Section 4. Different habits, one goal. But it's not just about how we look, is it? It bleeds right into how we act, into our cultures and our daily habits. For instance, we might have a child eating a meal using a spoon, while another child is eating a meal using chopsticks. Here we have totally different tools and probably completely different types of food based on cultural customs. The action itself looks completely different on the surface, but the ultimate goal is exactly the same: nutrition and growth. That is the crucial point. Regardless of the dietary customs, the method of eating, or the specific food sitting on the plate, both of those children are fulfilling the exact same shared biological need. They're both eating so their bodies can grow and change over time, just like we talked about at the very beginning. The habit is different, for sure, but the human necessity is universal. Section 5. The beauty of difference. Differences do not prevent similarity. They make it beautiful. Think about that for a second. The fact that someone has a different skin color, wears different clothes, or eats with different utensils doesn't erase the fact that they share your exact human nature. The variations don't cancel out the similarities, they enhance them. Literally, without these differences, our shared human experience would be incredibly, incredibly dull. So, what are the big takeaways from all this? First, difference between people is entirely natural and normal. It's nothing to be wary of. Second, we must respect others no matter how different they are from us because we know we share that fundamental baseline, right? Third, we should love and cooperate with our peers, whether you're in a classroom or out in the real world. And finally, we are created simultaneously similar and uniquely different. It's a paradox, but it's a fantastic one we should fully embrace. All of us are alike because we are human, and we must respect and love our differences. This basically hits the nail on the head. It perfectly captures the entire essence of today's explainer. It's a profound, universal truth. Our shared humanity is the bridge that connects us all, and our differences are the fascinating details that make crossing that bridge so exciting and worthwhile in the first place. So I want to leave you with this final thought. How will you celebrate our beautiful differences today? Seriously, the next time you look around a crowded room or step onto a playground, try to spot the shared hardware, the shared goals, and then take a moment to appreciate the vibrant, unique variations walking around right in front of you. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer today. Keep learning, keep observing, and we will see you next time.